Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In the last video I went through the Rohan team and I promised you a free to play team that you can build to counter them. Now I do want to be completely clear about this. It's not one of those teams that you will be able to build in the first week because it is centered around Bolg and his bodyguard Tordok. Now Bolg is available through the challenge store. He will take a bit of time to grind out because number one, you need those tokens that you can get from the challenge modes, and also he doesn't show up there every day. Most days that he does show up, you can only get 2 shards at a time. And Tordok, you'll have to wait until you get up to the Shadowed Chapter 5 hard nodes to be able to unlock him. But this is all assuming that you are free to play and you haven't bought the packs that will have some of these guys in there. If you do buy the packs, you can put this team together a lot faster, of course. But the one that really does pull this team together is Nuraz the Troll Handler. And you can pick him up in the second chapter of the Light Hard campaign. So very early on, this guy is available to everybody to farm. And I suggest that you do unlock this guy, no matter whether you're building the Bolg team, whether you're building Uruk-hai, whether you're building Mordor, it doesn't matter. This guy will fit into every single team. And the one thing that really sets him apart from everybody else is that he can summon a troll, and he also forces trolls to provoke. The only thing with this guy is you will have to put a little bit of gear into him at the start because he will get targeted and he is a little bit weak in that regards. But once you put some gear into him so that he can survive until that third round where he can summon the troll, he will be so good in any team that you have for the evil side. Now, as you can see so far in this battle, I'm doing pretty well. I should get the victory here. There's still quite a bit of work to do, but basically what this team is trying to do is with different provokes and taunts that this team has, you're redirecting where the damage goes to allow some of your bigger hitters to do what they do best. Because Rohan does really focus on those assists and those team up attacks, preventing them from hitting the same target all the time is really the key to getting these guys to beat Rohan. Now there are a couple of slight variations that you can have with this team besides the 3 that I have mentioned so far. One thing that this team really does need is a good healer. At the moment you can see here I'm using Dunhar, who you do get once you get to the first hard node of the first Shadowed chapter, so he will unlock as soon as you beat that battle. So it's someone you essentially get for free, very easy to start to farm up and use. The only downside to using him as your healer is he will only heal the most wounded character on the team. Ideally, the best one to be using is that little goblin chef. The problem with him is you won't be able to unlock him until the end of the 4th Shadow chapter of the hard nodes. So at the moment, the Uruk-hai is going to be the only one that I can really use as far as the campaigns are concerned. If you're talking about the arena or even the guild missions, you can substitute him with some of the light side characters if you do want a better healer. It doesn't really matter that much as long as you can heal that team up. The other one that you can see there is the Troll Brute. Now this guy is someone that players will shy away from because once you do unlock the store, he is available in there. He does cost crystals to grind out. Now you do get plenty of crystals every day as rewards, so it isn't that unrealistic to save up for him and use the crystals just to grind him out. I know at the start of the game, a lot of players are going to be wanting using those crystals for refreshes, which is perfectly fine. You do want to go up those levels quite quickly. Now, as I said, this isn't the team that you're going to be able to build in the first part of the game. So if you do have to take a little bit of time to grind these characters out, that's not a bad thing either. But having the troll in there right from the start is another one that the troll handler can force to provoke. So if you do want a troll that is easier to farm, right at the end of the first guild chapter, you will come across the Olog there. Now he does take 180 shards to unlock, but if you take the time to grind him out, you're going to have a 4-star troll right from the time you unlock him, so you don't have to spend that extra gold to promote him up to those 4 stars, so you're going to get a much stronger character. If you do want someone to substitute in the meantime, I would advise using Grimper, the Goblin Thrasher, because at least he's going to add that extra taunt to the team and help protect some of those big hitters. But when it comes to the arena, the one guy that I speak about all the time that I've subbed in here as the healer, and also another taunt that you can add to this team, is Halbarad. This guy is absolutely amazing. Now, the only problem with farming him as well as Bolg is that both of them are through the challenge store, so it's going to take quite a while to get both of them without paying. Now, I do have quite a ways to go to get more gear on this team, get them as strong as I need them to be a little bit more resilient in defense, but everything that I've tested so far, these guys really do seem to trouble Rohan quite effectively, because as you're probably aware, a few days in you do kind of hit a bit of a bottleneck as far as resources are concerned, so it does take a lot longer to start grinding out some of the gear and everything that you need to build these teams a lot better, especially when it comes to upgrading their abilities and things like that. They kind of take a little bit of a backseat due to the gold cost, but once you do get everything where it needs to be, this team could really rip Rohan apart quite quickly. Even though this wasn't a full Rohan team, I couldn't find another one to try this against, but it is still very, very good with Halbarad and Strider in there. You will come across this quite often, and it is difficult to beat, but if you are keeping a close eye on it, you'll notice that they always seem to have to target a different character. So once Halbarad is maxed out and he is a healer for the entire team, that's going to really help these guys stay alive just that little bit longer and make sure that they really tear Rohan down. Because once you get rid of Eothane, they don't have that extra protection, and they don't have that guy that can give them all the counter attacks either, which makes them a lot less effective. Now, I'd love to hear from you guys. If you do have any theories or combinations that you think would work, pop them down in the comments below. But this team is definitely something that I'm going to keep working on. Huge potential and fun to play as. But that's it for this one, guys. Don't forget, like and sub, you know the deal. We've got plenty more Heroes of Middle-earth coming your way. Don't miss out, and we'll catch you in the next one.